Hello, it is Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. I'm Chris Primo, and welcome back to the New York Times Crossword Daily Solve. It is a Tuesday crossword today, which means, I think it means I'm going to be solving today's crossword using only across clues, if I'm remembering correctly. I hope that's right. We'll find out. Sometimes this works better than other times. In any case, this very horizontal edition of the Daily Solve has been brought to us by Orange Piku, Chelsea B, and, as always, the indomitable Showmaster and the indefinable Charlie Paget. Thank you so much to the four of them, benefactors of the Daily Solve Patreon campaign, for bringing us this series and keeping it sustainable day by day. Really appreciate that. And if you'd like to help out in that manner, you can head to patreon.com/dailysolve or click the description field link where you'll find the bonus videos available to patrons, and for benefactors, the official Daily Solve mug. Thank you so much to everybody who supports the channel in that way. All right, let's solve the crossword by Joe Rodini, who has constructed, I think, just a couple of puzzles for the New York Times. And it was edited, as always, by Will Shorts. It's a Tuesday crossword, so it will have a theme, and I'm going to attempt to solve it using only the across clues. We'll see how far I get. We'll see if this works out. As I say, sometimes it does, sometimes slightly less so. Let's start solving. Gremlins and Pacers. Oh, is this slightly taller? No. Am I just making that up? I think I might just be fooling myself with the grid orientation. No, it's a square. Sorry, I don't know what that was all about. I guess the way that the black cells are oriented made it seem sort of vertical. Anyway, Gremlins and Pacers of old Autodom. I think those are REOs. I'm not completely certain about that. I think that's right. Let's see. Playful prank. A caper? I was going to say hijinks, but that doesn't fit. Includes on an email in brief. CC's, carbon copies, someone on the email. Jamie of TV's MASH. Oh, Jamie Farr. Okay, maybe this isn't REOs then. What are those? What are gremlins? How do I not think what this is? I mean, they're going to end with an S because we're saying gremlins and pacers. So, sorry, there'll be plenty of you who know that immediately and are yelling it at the screen, but I can't quite hear you. Died down. If something dies down, it abates, maybe? Guitarist Clapton, Eric Clapton. Ladled party drink is... Oh, and there's some kind of theme. Oh, and I can look at it because it's in the across clues. So what's it saying? Oh, right, it is all in the across clues. Cafeteria shout that might provoke the moves at 17. Okay, so it's some kind of punch in the sense of a move, like a fighting move, but also a drink punch. Let's see, ladled party drink. Something punch, presumably. Fruit punch? Oh, yeah, maybe cafeteria shout. It's food fight. That's what it is. It's food fight, and so it's a fruit punch. So you've either punched someone with some fruit or you've punched the fruit itself, something like that. But anyway, a fruit punch is presumably a move in a food fight, I guess. So, all right. So, good. That's very helpful. Let's keep going. Dalai Lama, there we go. The religious office. And to use a scope is to aim? Yeah, if you use a scope with a rifle or something, you'd be aiming. Voting against. If you're voting against something, you're anti it, presumably. Although, actually, I was going to say 5 down doesn't look very good, but it could be captain as, a contraction of captain, used, for instance, commercially in the cereal Captain Crunch. So let's see. Playful prank. Caper? Maybe it is caper. Because all those downs look good, actually. 7 down looks like panic, maybe. The Midwest states, agriculturally speaking. Corn something? That's food. Don't know. What about this? You can stop explaining. I get it. And 9 down looks like rehire. What about this? To-do piles place. An inbox, maybe? On a desk in a sort of classic, old-style, work inbox. Came back from a deficit. You regained or you came back from a deficit. You something. Actually, it could be because 1 down sort of looks like affair, doesn't it? So what are the... Is it AMC's? There's a car company. I can't quite. It might be that. It might be AMC, American Motor Company, or something like that. Maybe I do. I do. That is ringing a bell. Let's see. And C would be good because 3 down looks like maybe then Crumble, if that's a C. Came back from a deficit. For some reason, I just can't see what that is. One of a salty septet, right? The 7 Cs. That would be a salty septet. 7 salty Cs. So I think that probably is Crumble. And I think this is M. I think this car company is AMC, or this defunct car company. So 2 down looks like Marines or Marinas. It could be. Came back from, but it's probably Marines because came back from a deficit is probably something. And 25 down could be something like Olaf the First. 18 down is quite obvious. Well, I was going to say quite obviously Taxi. Is there something else it could be? I don't think so. I think that's got to be Taxi. So Olaf. That doesn't look very good. Okay, I'll have to come back to that. Princess's Torment in a classic fairy tale, right? The P, she was so sensitive that she could feel the kind of indentation of a P through a whole pile of mattresses. Blank Speedway, oh, here we go. That's funny. There's REO Speedwagon. There's REO, the old car company. So it was in this puzzle, strangely enough, just not where I thought it was. Okay, I guess REO Speedwagon in this case could be referring to the old car model or the band named after it. Blanket draping a mountain at dawn. A blanket of snow, maybe. Oscar Winner, SpaceX, Sissy Spacek, the actor. And then Proctor's Q could be something like begin a test, start or begin, or something meaning the test is over, pencils down, that kind of thing. It's probably begin or start. I don't know which. Roger Rabbit or Bugs Bunny, e.g. Either one of them is a tune, maybe, a cartoon. Although 35 down, OFA wouldn't look very good. 35 down looks like off or oft, maybe. Roger Rabbit or Bugs Bunny, a hare? Don't know. 27 down looks a bit strange. Maybe 34 across isn't snow. Blanket draping a mountain at dawn. Is it dew or at dawn specifically? Fog? At dawn. I don't know. I'll have to come back to it. Okay, Proctor's Q. Yeah, probably begin or start. Does either one of those look better with the downs? Yeah, begin definitely looks better for 25. I mean, it doesn't look great, but it looks better than start. What is that? I don't know. I think these other crosses are good. Inbox, C, and food. I think those are good. We'll keep going. Roger Rabbit or Bugs Bunny, circle section. An arc of a circle is part of a circle. In the style of would be a la, from the French, literally to the. Wall Street debut is an IPO, probably, an initial public offering when a company is listed on a stock exchange. And then kind of family. There's many kinds of families, I suppose. Bone and Cut, whose name became an endearment. Pork chop? Oh, right. Yeah, no, that's right. Because it's a chop, which you might perform in a fight. All right, there we go, in a food fight in this case. Many-headed monster of myth. The Hydra, probably. It's a famous many-headed monster. Non-mono, say, would be stereo sound, so 2-channel sound as opposed to single-channel mono sound. The superberry of South America, here we go. It's the official berry superfood of the New York Times crossword, the acai. There we go. Never too long without it. Voting against. Nay. Oh, didn't we have... Yeah, we had voting against anti, and then here we have voting against probably nay, as in the ayes and the nays. Personal shopper, e.g., could be maybe an aide, an assistant of some kind. A bright yellow creature that moves about 6.5 inches per minute, banana slug. There we go, and you slug someone. So here we have what? A punch, a chop, a slug. So maybe, what's the... Oh, right, it's this one, corn... The Midwest states, agriculturally speaking, what's the fighting move we're going to have here? Well, 11 down looks like craters, probably. 12 down looks like similes, maybe? And 16 down looks like cat toy. Oh, corn belt. Right, okay, they're the corn belt, these states that, where lots of corn is grown. And then, of course, you belt someone. Once again, you slug them or punch them or what have you. Okay, so 10 down is celeb for celebrity. All right, so that's all fine. This is going better than I remember last week's going. Castle defense. A castle could be defended by its moat, perhaps. Although 41 down looks pretty weird, doesn't it? Oh, it's not pork chop, it's lamb chop. Because 41 down is balsam. There we go. And then 42 down looks like elation. So company behind the book review podcast. Oh, it must be New York Times, because the New York Times has a dedicated book review section of the newspaper. So that all looks fine. Okay. Those downs look okay. Like noble gases, they are inert. The noble gases in the far column of the periodic table. And then carefree feeling is what? Glee or something? There could be other possibilities. Bewilder probably starts with an A because 50 down looks like phobia. To bewilder someone would be to addle them, maybe? If you're bewildered, you're addled, possibly. 65 down and 56 down, pained, like a window, I guess. 60 down, Carl. 61 down, Auntie. I mean, those are all words, so that looks fine. Two pools of light, a mirror bright, in generative AI poetry. What? I don't understand what we're asking for at all. Two pools of light, a mirror bright, in generative AI poetry. What? Sorry, I genuinely don't know what I'm trying to even think of here. I don't know what. Is there a term for I didn't know we had a term for things specifically in the context of generative AI poetry. What? Sorry, I must be missing something here. I don't understand what that's asking for at all. Okay, so carefree feeling. Actually, May doesn't look good with 46 down now that I'm looking at it. If you're voting against, oh no, maybe it's con, as in pro-con? I'm voting against it. I'm con it. It doesn't sound right to me. Okay, well, 37 down looks like Italy, probably. Kind of family. And then 52 down could be Shia, like Shia Muslims, or it could be Chia, like Chia, seeds, or could it be anything else? I don't know. Kind of family. Okay, well, I thought this was going well, but now I'm running out of steam. Roger Rabbit or Bugs Bunny, e.g. Blanket draping a mountain at dawn. Okay. Where else can I look? Came back from a deficit. How do I not see what this is? And also 25 down looks very strange. Came back from a deficit. Does it end with ED? Oh, rallied. Oh, 2 down is marinas. It's not marines. Okay. Yes, you came back from a deficit. So in a game, in a match, you rallied. You regained the score that you were down, or the stock market could rally after a sort of downturn. Okay, so 25 down was Olaf the first, as I sort of expected. And then 29 down looks like ego, maybe? Blanket draping a mountain at dawn. A blanket of, I guess it could be Eno, Brian Eno, the official male solo artist of the New York Times Crossword. Does that help? What else could it be? It could be ELO, the chess score, or ELO, the Electric Light Orchestra. Yeah, I don't know. And then what's 30 down? Oh, it could be did too, like a retort. So Roger Rabbit or Bugs Bunny, maybe that is tune. Okay. So 40 down could be new, maybe GNU, kind of family. Oh, a nuclear family, a sort of immediate family. Okay, so 27 down is option probably. And mist, that's what we're looking for. Mist drapes a mountain at dawn. So 29 down was emo, didn't think of that. The official rock genre, rock, rock subgenre of the New York Times crossword. And then 35 down is TFO. I don't know what that is. Oh no, missed. It's SFO. It's San Francisco International Airport. Okay. Voting again. Right, now I have to figure this part out. 53 down looks like it could be ranges or ranged or ranger, something like that. So voting against, maybe it is con. So another thing that could be, if you're voting against something. The crosses seem pretty good. I'm pretty confident about what I have in. So far, carefree feeling. And two pools. This I'm absolutely fascinated to see what this ends up being. I wonder if it's going to end up being incredibly obvious. I just don't know. In generative AI poetry, how are we meant to know? I don't know. I'm so confused by that. Sorry. Okay. Voting against. Okay, I can't think of anything else other than con. Does that? Oh well, 47 down could be carouse maybe. So yeah, 53 down is probably ranger or ranged or rangy. Probably not that. Carefree feeling. Oh, ease. Yes, a feeling of ease. You're carefree. Oh, so 46 down is red clay, and then two pools of light, a mirror, eyes. Why is that in generative? Does that? I mean, that looks fine in terms of the other crosses look good. 66 down would be C, and 53 down would be ranges. Is that right? It is. What does that? Why? Two pools of light, a mirror bright, in generative AI poetry, eyes. I mean, I understand the metaphor. I mean, it's not like I get it as poetic language. Why is it specifically generative AI poetry? Does that? I assume what that means is the constructor asked a generative AI model, you know, a large language model, to give him a metaphor for eyes, a poetic metaphor for eyes, and it did. But I don't understand how that is part of the clue. That's like saying, a word I wrote on a pad the other day, like from the constructor's standpoint. Like what I don't understand what difference it makes that the constructor happened to find it in generative AI. It doesn't, or arrived at it that way. I don't understand that's how that is a clue that means anything to the reader. That's so strange to me. Or it's like if you said, if the clue was like two pools of light, a mirror bright, according to my poet friend. It's like, well, that doesn't mean anyone to anyone else who isn't you. I'm very confused by that. I don't understand how this is a sort of meaningful clue. Sorry, I find that very, very strange. I have to say, this is one of the strangest New York Times crossword clues I can remember reading in quite a long time. I mean, I've seen clues like this in, sort of crosswords that people have published elsewhere, but I'm in the context of New York Times cluing sort of convention and standards. It feels very strange to me. I don't think I approve of that. Anyway, let's look at the downs. Shindig, an affair. There we go. So you had shindig, a party, and affair. Sites for lots of yachts are indeed marinas. There we go. Fall apart as a cookie, it crumbles. Sri Lanka. Captain, so it is captain or skipper informally. To lie next to is to abut. Cold sweat is a panic. Series ending abbreviation is etc. Bring back from a furlough is to rehire someone to a job. Center of a paparazzi swarm would be a celebrity. Lunar landscape features are craters, fresh as a daisy and strong as an ox, similes. See, this is fine. You could just, with the eyes thing, you could just say two pools of light, a mirror bright, figuratively or something. It wouldn't make any sense in this one to say, in comma, in something I read the other day, or when I Googled it, or whatever, which is essentially what this is saying. Anyway, laser pointer or ball of yarn, cat toy. Vehicle that's hailed as a taxi. Grind as one's teeth is to gnash them. Do let me know, sorry, if there's a reason that if this is like some kind of incredibly famous example of generative AI poetry that everybody knows, then I guess that's a different story. So let me know in the comments if so. Anyway, vehicle that's hailed as a taxi. Grind as one's teeth is to gnash. King in Norway's fair hair dynasty is Olaf I. There we go. It's a choice as an option. Like Dashboard Confessionals music is emo. Possible response to nuh-uh, did too. West Coast Air Hub is SFO, San Francisco International Airport. European country where the Renaissance started is Italy. How crab legs may be served is on ice. African animal with horns would be a new. Aromatic fur is balsam. Rapture is elation. Time for a tailgate party is game day. Court surface at the French Open is red clay. To go on a pub crawl, say, is to carouse. What exposure therapy may treat is a phobia. A chia pet with maybe those chia seeds. Stoves are ranges. George Brett, MLB player with batting titles in 3 different decades. Interesting. Like windows, they're paned. Sagan of astronomy, the great Carl Sagan. To feed the kitty is to ante into a poker game or something. Your point being and finally to get it is to see. And there we go. A crossword that I think is a perfectly good, enjoyable Tuesday puzzle in every respect except for this one clue that I find absolutely bizarre. And there we go. Let's take a quick look at our theme, our food fight theme. Again, a good solid Tuesday theme. The cafeteria shout that might provoke the following moves. It would be a food fight. Might provoke a fruit punch, corn belt, lamb chop, and banana slug. That's a good locating of 4 terms that fit this very cleanly. And are of kind of symmetrically equivalent lengths in the grid, which is always a nice find. And there we go. That was the Tuesday puzzle. Let me know if you think I'm off base with the exception I've taken to 72 across. Do consider subscribing to the channel if you've not done so. And there's also the Daily Solve Discord chat server that you can join, a nice friendly chat community in the description field. Let me know how you fared with this puzzle. And if you agree with me, let me know in the comments or the Discord. Or if you disagree with me, I'm just as eager to hear that. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow for the Wednesday crossword. Do join me then. But until that point, please do have an excellent remainder of your Tuesday. Take care.